Hello everyone and welcome to Quarantine Catch Up episode 23.
Is it 23
Why
now?
are we still doing this? Why have we continued this to the 23rd episode?
Yeah, I don't know how it's got this far, to be honest.
This is too many. I'm
we
your
should
host,
stop.
Niall Edwards, and I'm joined by the other host of the show,
It's a me, Mario.
Gideon. It's Gideon. Gideon's here.
My name is Mario.
We were talking before this. We were just having like a full-on breakdown about how much quarantine
we,
sucks and
it
how
was
we
you, to
miss.
be fair.
Yeah, more so me, or 100% me. Like how much I miss just everything and going outside, and how much like quarantine has been messed up and
You know you
boring.
wasn't allowed to go
And
outside right now.
I've really carried that energy into this intro.
Yeah,
I might have to leave some music in the background just to make this exciting enough to
liven it
continue
up
to
a little
listen
bit.
to. I always
Some
noticed that
nice
back when I used to do
non-copyright
YouTube.
music.
Sometimes I'd have like a really boring video. I just chuck some music in the background, and then it's like,
Genius.
enjoyable to watch. And you can't do that with podcasts. It's like
Yeah,
my
you
one
can.
trick that I have.
Chuck the
It doesn't
pirate
work.
song in there.
Oh, that's a good shout, actually. The pirate song. Go back and
Don't
listen
know
to
what-
episode
don't know what
5
that
if you
is,
didn't,
yeah,
because we
listen to
have
episode
a
5.
Dylan on her best songs of all time playlist had a song about getting drunk and being a pirate, and it's one of the most baffling things I think I've
the
ever heard.
liar, the thief.
I don't remember the words. You seem to have retained them, and that's terrifying.
No, I just have a good memory, okay?
Sure. Look,
I genuinely have not listened to it since, I promise.
you absolutely have.
I
I've
have
listened to
not.
it so many times because I've had to like edit the episode
Yeah,
and
that's
put that
true.
clip in the best of thing. So I've listened to it more recently than you have probably.
Yeah.
Speaking
Although to
of
be
music,
fair, I did get the.
Oh,
I had to collect the
you've
best
ruined
bits for that one. Oh yeah, sorry, I just interrupted your segue.
you've ruined that was going to be perfect.
Okay, let's reenact where we were. What have we just said?
Speaking of music, I last episode I gave an update on my previous update of me rickrolling my friend Abby. I rickrolled her about a month and a half ago with a 1975 thing, and then last week she rickrolled me back. Now this I jokingly said on that episode last week.
Started a war.
Oh, this has started a rickrolling war. Now here we are, with a fully fledged rickrolling war going on. I've become too paranoid to open any video or any link I've been sent by anyone over the
tell you
past
what,
week. Because
I
anyone
think
could be involved.
That's true. I think for episode 24, you should just upload it, title it something random, and just upload the song. And then, you gotta send it and be like, hey, look, episode
I
of the podcast.
considered that, but she doesn't listen to this.
Oh,
Because my friends
Wow.
hate me, of course. And so she doesn't listen to this. So if I send her that episode and be like, hey, you should listen to my podcast, she's gonna know. She's gonna know, for
by the
sure.
way, you should just listen to this one episode.
I might recommend this one. Call like a truce. Oh no, because she's gonna listen to this, isn't? Oh, because she'll know. If I recommend this one.
Maybe you
I'm
should
gonna-
just
I know-
kick this one. No, maybe you can just put at the start of this one.
Oh, because my plan was say listen to this one. I'll call a truce, so there's no rickroll in it. And then she becomes like, "Oh, I like the show. I'm gonna listen to the next episode." And then the
But
next
that
episode
wouldn't have happened, would
is
it?
the rickroll.
Shut
up. You're on the show.
That's the mistake you've made there. That wouldn't
Shut
happen.
up. You're on the show. You should be complimenting this show. This is our work that we do together. Anyway, so I was 4-1 up, and within the space of one day, it became, I believe, a level draw.
Hold on, when
Or
did you
maybe
get 4-1
4-3.
up in this?
I've been doing so. Right, I'll take you through. So there was the first 1975 one.
Yeah.
Then there was the second one, which was accidental because I'm putting together like a mix for a party that's happening. And within that mix, I am rickrolling the entire audience because it's
Lovely.
got the start of sort of Uptown Funk going boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom. We've all heard the song. We know how it goes. And then as it does like the big build into like the drop, it just goes straight into Never Gonna Give You Up. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna rickroll
okay.
everyone with that. So I sent her that because I knew this was a thing that we'd been talking about, just a lot of rickrolling. And she watched it and was like, God damn it. And I didn't even mean for it to trick her, but I counted it as a point. And then the third one, I sent her a clip of Friday Night Dinner and was like, agree or disagree, this is the best Friday Night Dinner clip. And it was just like 2 seconds of Jim saying something, and then cut into Never Gonna Give You Up, of course. And so those were my 4. Or maybe I just said 3. I don't know.
Yeah,
but those were my...
did indeed just say 3, I think.
There was a 4th at some point. I can't remember what it was.
So there was 1975. There was Friday Night Dinner. There was the Party Mix.
Yeah, there was a 4th. I just can't remember what it was. But what was that? That's gonna bother me now. But
I think you've lied and you're actually 4-3 down.
No, that's not true. But anyway, so I tried to make it 5 by I sent her a video of like a very similar trick to as I did before. But so I sent to my friend Maya. This is a different friend. I've got a lot of friends. A video, and it had like the 1975's latest album cover, and like it played like a split second of a song that was just like a royalty free, like, you know, those like 1975 type beats.
Actually, no, that would be very rude.
Yeah, that would be rude.
Yeah, carry on with whatever you were saying.
So you know those like 1975 type beats on YouTube?
Yeah.
I downloaded one of them and just sent it to my friend Maya with Never Gonna Give You Up cut into it after a couple of seconds. I was like, can you send this to Abby? Because Maya's also a 1975 fan. Like, can you send this to Abby? And be like, oh my god, new song just linked.
Wars as well now.
Pardon?
You're fighting little proxy wars as well now, and then you're getting other people to do it for you.
Yeah, no, I sent her over and was just like, send this to her and be like, new song. But she clocked it. She was like, Maya, I know you talk to Niall about music. I'm not falling for this. I know he's involved. So she just pretended to not have a clue about it. And then, so Abby messaged me, and I was just like, I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you're talking about. While simultaneously making a group chat of like 20 people, dropping this video and saying, can you all just send this to Abby with no context? So across the space of a couple of hours, this one video got sent to her like 20 times, luckily she didn't watch it, but luckily she found it quite funny. But that would have been such a good victory, but she didn't fall for it. But look, so the point of me bringing this up is, if any of our listeners have any Rickrolling ideas that are creative, that are foolproof, that someone who knows you're going to Rickroll them at any given moment will fall for, that I can preferably do before school comes back so that we don't have to be in person for it, DM me. Let me know. Don't tweet publicly, because she follows me on Twitter and she'll see it. Don't just DM me it. At the Niall Edwards on Instagram, at _ Niall Edwards on Twitter. DM me it, and I will carry them out and I will show you the results. And what's exciting about this is we're not filming this one, but round 2 will be being filmed. We're going to do it from January 1st to December 31st, 2021. And that's going to be filmed and going on 2 separate YouTube channels. So look out for that. This is the practice round.
This is the promo,
and then we will
as well.
Be doing that. So look out for that. But look, it's very exciting times.
Great.
This is a fully fledged war. Like, I'm not gonna lose this. In the space of one day, I went from being like 4-1 ahead to it being 4-3, and I'm not losing it now. I'm not losing it now.
I think you might, mate. I think you might.
Don't say that. Because also, like, I know you don't know her, but yeah. I know that she could find your Instagram and somehow use you. So I don't even trust you. You might be sending me some important video about the podcast.
You need to stop this. I'm not trusting anyone. I'm not going to be used as a pawn in this. Okay, I'm not getting involved in the war.
I really want to know how many people have messaged her a video and she's just gone,
involved.
No, not opening it. Not opening it.
This is harmful. Both of you are just terrified to listen to anything anyone says now.
We've turned both of our lives into a personal hell. Like, anyway, that's what's going on in my life. This is how I'm keeping myself occupied throughout the quarantine.
That's quite sad, to be honest.
What have you been up to?
To be fair, I say that's quite sad. I have not done anything. So
nice.
Literally
nothing?
I mean, Xbox. That's about it.
You're really cool. You're a gamer.
Yeah, I'm a gamer boy.
I should bring that up. First of all, this is happening before this episode goes out, but the return of my other podcast, We Talk. We've been away for like the entire quarantine, but we're back with an episode on Sunday, the 16th of August, which is in the past as this comes out, but go and check that out. That's my podcast where I talk about games that I don't really enjoy, because I've realised recently that I don't really like games. But
wait, what? When did this revelation happen?
I think I just play too many. I think I still like games.
Fair,
I just don't like the gaming community. It's a very
That's completely fair, to be honest.
place.
That is completely fair.
But then also soon, and I'm not sure when this is being released, but I'm recording it tonight, I'm going to be guesting on an episode of Teen Gab, which is a podcast where they interview teens. It's by teens, it's not a creepy thing, where they interview teens about teen issues and teen life and stuff like that. And I'm going to be guesting on that, talking about all sorts of games and my experience as a gamer. So
Gamer boy.
I hate myself. I hate that I'm a... Why have games become my defining feature?
You had your entire YouTube channel about Nintendo.
No, we haven't mentioned that on the podcast yet. We haven't mentioned it by name, and I feel like people could find it very easily.
Let's mention it then. Niles.
I deleted all the videos.
Dr. Nintendo YouTube channel.
Yeah,
where he posted content
up until
solely
recently,
about Nintendo.
It wasn't solely about Nintendo. I'd like to say it was a few years ago. It was until about...
Wait, was it not solely Nintendo?
I'd occasionally talk about like PS4 or Xbox, but it was
I'll be honest with you, I don't think I ever
99%.
really watched it.
Honestly, good. I wish more people didn't, honestly. What an awful YouTube channel.
Did it get more attention than this?
It had more subscribers than this. And it got much more attention on YouTube, but it got significantly less attention than this is doing on the audio platforms. So, I guess that's something. I'm glad this is doing better.
It's still quite sad it ever happened.
Yeah, look, I'm doing other stuff now. I'm working on another YouTube channel called The Soul Dojo.
A new man.
Where I'm doing some content there. I'm considering, I want some sort of outlet. I don't know whether I want to do, like, a website or a podcast or a YouTube channel, but I want some sort of outlet to talk about football. So that's something I want to work on. And so obviously I've got this. And then I'm working on my friend Curtis Russell, who I do We Talk with. I'm going to be doing some work on his YouTube channel, The Soul Dojo. I'm going to be making some videos for that, and then also just editing some of his. So just generally being part of that sort of Soul Dojo ecosystem, I guess you could call it.
Right.
But it's all systems go. And speaking of go, do you want to go into an ad break?
I don't, because that was so horrific that I think we should do something else first and then go into the ad break just to spite you. So, do you know what we're going to do?
Oh, don't say it. We forgot it last episode.
What's Gideon doing at this exact moment in time?
We forgot to do it last week.
I know,
and I'm glad
I realised.
that we forgot.
It will never happen again. I promise. To all my loyal What's Gideon doing at this exact moment in time fans.
I was scared you were going to try and do...
thing.
I was scared you were going to try and do 2 this week to make up for it. And I'm scared that now I've said that, you're now going to do it.
No, because I remember I did 2 in one of the episodes beforehand. So...
that's true. So we've done the full 23. Well, no, we started this at like episode 12,
this is not going to the whole time. I need a name for my loyal fan base who all love this segment.
What's
Gideon doing at this exact moment? At Timers. That's the Timers. My guys, the Timers.
Shout out to all you timers out there.
Yeah, shout out my timers.
I've got a better name for people who enjoy this segment.
Are you going to say idiots or something along those lines? Yeah, you're not original, Niall. You're not original.
I got it. I should have said it before.
And enjoy the segment.
I thought of it before, but I didn't want to interrupt you and jump in, but I should have just said it.
Be quiet and enjoy the segment. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know, I'm going to do something. And Noah has to guess what I'm doing.
Started.
Okay, I'm starting now. There's no audio clue unless you can very faintly hear something.
Yeah, are you ruining the podcast with your unlistenable segment? Are you drinking water? Are you drinking water?
I was.
Hell yeah, that's the first time it's been gotten exactly right.
Also, what you just said, are
This is a
you
great
ruining the
segment.
segment? You've used that joke before now. You've used it before.
Yeah, you've done this segment before. You don't see me complaining.
That's the point of the segment.
Right, let's go into an ad. Welcome back from the ad break, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
hope you enjoyed the ad.
It's a great ad. Gideon, you had something you wanted
We're
to
going to
talk
talk
about.
about Kanye.
Hooray!
He's been on some more Twitter antics, hasn't he? I'm just scrolling
he's
through
lost
right
his
now.
mind, seemingly.
He's got better recently. From where he was, I think he has got better.
I think he got better, and then this past 24 hours, he's just plummeted again.
No, there's no way. There's no way the past 24 hours has been worse than how it was beforehand.
Is he still running for president? Is he still on about that?
Well, yeah, but it seems to have sort of got brushed under the rug, doesn't it? I haven't really heard much about his campaign
really
recently.
mentioned it.
But I mean, first off, he's tweeted a lot about his new Yeezy shoes that he's got coming out, and they are horrendous.
They look so bad.
Oh, who was the one? There was the collaboration with someone that fully just looked like space shoes, and I can't remember. But each one of the new Yeezy prototypes, so they have this really weird ridged design, and they look like they're made solely out of foam. They are the weirdest looking shoes I've seen in my entire life.
I'm looking at them now, and I can't tell if I'm looking at the right image.
Wait, what are you looking at then?
I'm looking at it looks like two weird stones he's found on the beach.
Yeah. Oh, the D-Rose ones. Those are the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They do not look like shoes at all.
It looks like something Fred Flintstone would wear. It's so weird.
They kind of just look like, you know the spine. How you've got the central bit, and then you've just got all the little. What's the word? Is it vertebrae? No. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it might be, but they are disgusting. But then after the shoes, last night his last little spree went on. It was this little emoji rant, which was kicked off with there's so many lonely emojis, man.
Yeah. You got really upset about how lonely some emojis are.
Yeah, I mean the first reply here is just someone who's replied solely with the eggplant emoji.
That's not lonely.
Well, for some of us it is. I know if you're a bit of a player, Niall, then it might not be for you, but for most of us, it's a bit of a
every single
emoji.
message I've ever sent has just been that emoji.
Just
I've never
that emoji. Just your mum texts you. Oh, what time do you want picking up?
Oh no,
eggplant
that's
emoji.
Weird.
What
but
you started the joke, not me.
Even when we're trying to arrange when we want to record this podcast, you'll just be like, "You want to record at 4?" I hit that
eggplant.
reply.
It's quite creepy, to be honest. It just sort of seems that he's always horny.
Nah, girls love it.
I'm sure they do.
So then the first one he did was the London Queen's Guard emoji.
I mean, yeah, it's titled as Man Guard, yeah. And it's why people don't ever use this emoji as a person too. To be fair, I was defending him, saying, I don't think he has lost it again, but given that he's saying they're people,
this emoji is
they're
a person.
people like the rest of us. Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird. And then it's the what's it called? What's the word?
The next one is, I think it's like a fleece.
Komodo? No, that's a dragon.
It's just called coat if you hover over it. But it's just a coat emoji. And then, so when is this emoji appropriate? And I will say, that's a fair question. Who uses the coat emoji ever?
It's called a kimono, I believe, because it looks like the right thing for that. And I guess maybe because a kimono is a Japanese thing, so maybe it's used in Japan. Maybe that's why. Because I don't know.
But
it's there for a reason.
Who tweets with the coat emoji? Who does that?
That's true. There's so many emojis that just don't.
Useless.
He's right. They're useless. They don't get used.
It's like the man guard one, the London guard. Like, no one uses that.
I could see it being used in certain contexts.
I would actually, thinking about it now, I would actually really appreciate it if like software developers and brands would actually just reduce the number of emojis. Like, there's too many. There's too many to choose from.
It's all Unicode. Like, it's not like Apple are inventing them. Like, it's just part of an overarching system. They have to add it to their phone because some weird guy, like, literally, I think anyone can just create an emoji, and then Apple are sort of like forced to put it in because it's just become part of Unicode.
Well, yeah, there's become loads. There's been loads that have been added, like recently, like when the Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion song "WAP" came out. Which, have you seen the Ben Shapiro video of him going through the lyrics of that?
Why would I ever watch a Ben Shapiro video?
Because it went well. It's a fair point. No one likes him, but he, once again, as always, with everything that he does, had everyone get annoyed at him because he was going like, oh, it's so vulgar.
Oh, no way, I did see a bit of
the song
this.
is literally called Wet Ass Pussy, right? And he reads through it and he's like, for this wet ass P word, that's female genitalia, by the way. And it's so sad.
What a guy. What an absolute asshole. I saw a tweet. Yeah. Let me read out this tweet because I found it quite funny. We're just stealing other people's content now.
Yeah.
I take too many screenshots. Lots of Ben Shapiro talk today. I tell you, if I wanted to see a short guy who can't pleasure a woman, I'd look in a damn mirror. And then in brackets, it's a two-way mirror for your information. Ben's on the other side, crying. So I thought that was quite good.
But yeah, either way about that, like after that song came out, there was a Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion emoji that was added of the two of them. But
really?
Yeah. No, you're not seeing it,
awful.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that so much. The next one he put was the emoji.
I think the next one's my favourite, the oyster emoji.
Yeah. Which I just add in here? The Apple oyster emoji is the most hideous looking oyster I've ever laid eyes on.
Yeah, it is. Pretty disgusting.
So weird. But then he's just put Apple. What is this?
I mean, it's really not that difficult to tell.
It's an oyster.
It's quite clear. Like, of the ones that he's tweeted out for, like, what are they? Like, this is pretty clearly the first one.
Oh, it's so insane.
And then what is this next one actually? I swear this is like the Rose of Lancaster or the Rose of York.
I to be fair to Kanye, I was trying to figure out for like an hour and couldn't properly figure out what it was.
Either way, it's just a flower, and he said, "Bro, this has never been used till now."
Because it's called a rosette. It's like a military medal apparently. Why are there military medal emojis?
Maybe military, ex-military, or current military people just want to flex on people on social media with their rosettes, you know?
But then my favourite one is... This is a follow-up. This is an update. He's put 4 of the oyster emojis.
Yeah.
And then a game of Connect 4.
Yeah.
Which is just insane behaviour. Which also, if you look at it, someone has won it.
Oh yeah, no, and
2 cases of it
Whites
being 4 in a row.
Whites have played that absolutely terribly.
It's so awful.
Like, the black counters, they've just got 4 in a row on the second level up. Like, there's no way that should ever be allowed. That is ridiculous, and I'm disappointed. Black has won
Kanye
twice.
And Kim
Black won twice.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Kim Kardashian was like playing the black one, and Kanye was white, and like she was just sort of being like, "I haven't won," just like he'll get really angry. So let's go,
Kanye. It's okay. We'll keep playing.
He's just like, Kanye no, you haven't won. We play until I win.
Kanye's just been trying to make some pretty little pictures.
Yeah, he doesn't understand. It's like he doesn't understand the rules of Tetris either. He's trying to build. He's already got a Y there. Disappearing.
He's already got a shape that's a Y. He was just trying to spell out his name, and Kim kept ruining it. Poor guy.
He tries to do the same in Tetris, and the letters keep disappearing.
And he's like, "What am I meant to do?"
That's so good. Oh, what? Yeah, he has spelled a Y, to be fair to him.
Mm.
He's smarter than you think.
He is.
It's like
It's all
like we're
subliminal
talking about
messaging.
a
Oh,
toddler.
actually, what messages can we pick from this? So that one that has a Y. The next one.
There's a T. You can sort of see is made on the connection.
Or if you so there's the Y. Then.
Wait, hang on. Right, there's a T. There's a Y, and then it sort of looks like he's spelling an L. He's doing a collab with Tyler, the Creator.
Or maybe. And
confirmed.
Then if we go down from there, there's an H. Then there's an E. Then there is an L. And then a P. It's a cry for help.
Oh. I think you've cracked that. I've just realised that I've been like pointing the mic away from my face for like the past 10 minutes, so this might not sound great.
Kanye's been locked up by the Kardashians. There you go.
That's true. He's been held captive for sure.
There you go.
Allegedly, we have to say probably.
No, he's looked quite happy in the last few videos. Although maybe they just said, Kanye, look happy for the camera.
Well, have you seen that this is really off topic, but have you seen the whole Kylie Minogue thing that's going around?
I have not, no. What's been going on there?
There's a rumour that, like, first of all, it's like there's been proof that there's a bunch of fuck shit that's happened to her through her life because of her contract with Disney initially, and her father, like, controlling her because of her fame.
Wait, are you talking Kylie Minogue here, or are you talking...
Oh, Britney Spears, sorry.
Yeah.
I get the names mixed up, sorry.
How do you get them two confused?
They've got the same name.
Yeah,
so,
no, the Britney Spears stuff.
The Britney Spears thing is terrible. And then, so since, let me go back on the feed. So since the 30th of June, nearly every photo she posts, she's wearing the same clothes. She's usually in front of the same wall.
She has the dancing videos as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, which looks like she's being forced to do something.
No, it's just her way of expression. We'll go with
like,
that.
Almost every photo is the same background, exact same clothes, same like makeup. I guess I don't know much about the differences and the nuances. And there's always I've just realised that we're talking about Britney Spears. There's always someone that looks a lot taller than her taking the photo. It's weird.
I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, she changed.
It reminds me.
She changed her clothes for one day.
It's just weird, and then like the whoever's in control of the account, which could be her, it could be her. Like this is just could be a genuine thing, and she just really liked the photos from that day. But so they posted the new thing. It's like, just so you guys know, these aren't old pictures. Check the date at the top of the second picture, and it says August the 6th at 1:30 in the morning.
That's
which it's clearly a screenshot.
Yeah,
like anyone can fake that. But B, it's like it's daytime, very clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a weird thing. It reminds me of...
actually, yeah, no, that does look like it's natural light, to be fair.
But what was the YouTuber a few years ago that everyone was like, oh, she's been kidnapped by ISIS?
Oh, Marina Joyce.
That's it. It feels the same as that. It feels like we've got a Marina Joyce situation again.
What's Marina Joyce doing now?
I think she's still just like frolicking about in her garden in weird dresses.
No, I swear that the whole thing got ended because she put up like a video. Oh no, because she went missing, didn't she? And she got found.
She's still about. She did a video 5 days ago called "A Message from Your Angels." I think she's just weird.
And boyfriend does my fashion over shop.
Yeah, I think she's just a bit weird, in all honesty.
Yeah.
She's got a video called "The Best Spiritual Things to Do," so I think
have you seen from that era, from before she went missing? Have you seen her video that's like 50 facts about me? And one of the facts, I feel really bad. Like I felt really bad when I laughed at it. But one of the facts about her was like the weather. It's raining right now.
That's so
and I felt terrible.
Why did you feel terrible about that?
Well, because I didn't know what was going on with it, so I felt kind of bad laughing about it. But it was so funny. Okay, hold on. I found the Marina Joyce video.
Oh, go on.
But it's like a re-upload. which has hashtag Save Marina Joyce. I'm watching it, and she just blinks like a load. Let me play a little bit of it.
My spirit animal is a mermaid and a cat. Believe in magic. I tend to spend my money quite a bit. My dream is to build a temple in Peru, so I'm going to build a temple in Peru one day. I want to build a retreat. Love or lust, I believe in love.
There you go. That's a bit of Marina Joyce's 50 facts about me. It's quite creepy because she's just... like, she sounds like she's being held captive fully.
I don't mean this in a mean way. I mean this, like, as a genuine thing.
Okay.
She sounds like she's maybe a bit simple. Like, she's not all there, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean, but I think the thing is, because she's done stuff before and since, and I swear it was only during that little phase where she was like that.
She released a video a week ago called, like... it may be slightly more than a week ago. I've shut the page because I didn't care to look at it anymore. But it was, like, the most creepy and best spiritual things to do. And it's, like, that's... And she released a video 5 days ago, A Message from Your Angels. So, I think she's still doing weird shit, but everyone just got over it.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we want to jump into the segment? What have we been watching and doing this week?
Yeah, let's do it.
What have you been watching or doing or thinking?
I mean, I haven't been watching anything,
by the way.
In terms of what I've been doing, I've slept. In terms of what I've been thinking, not much, to be honest.
I've watched a whole bunch. I got a lot to talk about, so I'll try and move through these quite quickly. But on Tuesday, I stayed up quite late and did a little thing over Zoom where me and my mates got together and we watched the movie Knives Out, which we said, okay, you know what, we'll get on Zoom at 10. We'll be watching it by like 10 past 10. We then got on Zoom and continued to spend an hour and a half messing about with like funny Zoom backgrounds and just putting us in front of different things.
Yeah. Has to be done.
Which we did a lot in the early days of MTO when we were doing this on Zoom. We now do it on ICQ and without video chat because I just don't like looking at Gideon's face. But we used to do this via Zoom and we did a lot of silly backgrounds. I put myself in front of a Big Bang Theory poster. That was funny.
Great.
What else did I do? I put myself in the Seinfeld apartment and no one really got the joke. Next time though, I'm gonna do the Simpsons apartment. People will get that, I reckon. They don't live in an apartment, they live in a house.
I was about to say, it really annoyed me how you just said apartment.
That was a dumb... No, I mean Barney's apartment that we've seen like twice, and there's always just like a bunch of beer on the ground.
Well, no one's gonna recognise that, but I mean, I guess if it's
They'll
Duff...
know the art style.
If it's Duff, yeah.
Yeah. Knives Out, really good film. Really, really good. I didn't expect to like it going in, but there's like a lot... It starts off with a lot of interviews, but it ends... And I was like fully settled down to be like, okay, this is going to be like a very typical... It's all set in the house, in the same couple of rooms, whodunit sort of thing that feels like it could have been adapted from a play.
And then there's the twist, isn't there?
A very Inspector Calls sort of thing I expected it to be.
Yeah.
But it went off in a very different direction to what I thought it was going to, and it like... Finding out who did it isn't the twist.
Who done it?
I won't say who it is because I still didn't know and was on sort of tenterhooks up until when it was revealed. But it like you find out maybe about an hour in, and the rest of the film is like it's fun, and it goes from there, and it goes off in its own direction. And I thought that was really, really good. And yeah, it's a big recommend. It's free on Amazon Prime at the moment. So, 100% recommend checking it out if you've got Amazon Prime.
There you go.
And then other than that, I've been watching a bit of a series on Netflix that Gideon, I believe you've watched. I think we've talked about it before.
What is it?
But I've been watching the first season of Sunderland Till I Die.
I have not watched it. I'm not watching that show.
So
I watched like the first 5 minutes of it to laugh at it, but...
So I want to make it very clear for my own reputation. I'm not a Sunderland fan. I didn't know much about what happened to Sunderland going into this. Like, I'm a big football fan. I knew they'd been relegated.
But did you not?
I knew they'd been relegated from the Prem and then the Championship.
Club got absolutely ruined.
I knew like the vague story that they had a lot of injuries.
Adam Johnson, Sunderland as a club have just gone downhill.
But so I didn't know the obvious behind-the-scenes details that they cover within this documentary series, and so I'm 2 episodes away from finishing it. But it's been really interesting. The first episode, it starts like around the time and like just before they played Celtic, who I support, in a pre-season friendly, and it's got all these Sunderland fans going, "Yeah, we'll smash them. Like we'll pick up 3 points here easy." There's one taxi driver that's like, "We'll smash them 4 or 5-0." And then it goes and it cuts to Celtic smashing them 5-0 with our B team on the park.
Yeah.
And I love that. And like, look.
I mean, I'm sure they weren't playing their strongest team either, given it's pre-season.
Sunderland absolutely were.
Really?
Because it was this like pre-season tournament and it was the final and they put out their main team. We had our B team on the park. And Celtic and Scottish football gets a bad rap in general. Like, it's thought of as a weaker league, and because Celtic have won 9 in a row, soon to be 10 in a row.
I mean, it is a
just
weaker
assume it's a
league,
weaker
realistically.
But, right, listen. I'm not denying it's maybe not got the overall strength that the Premier League has. But saying the league isn't competitive, nonsense. And, like, I don't care how shite Sunderland are. They were just down from the Premier League, and we tore them apart with our B team on the park, and they were playing their A team. If you think Celtic couldn't cut it in the Premier League, you're deluded. We drew against Man City, home and away, a few years ago in Europe. Like, we beat top 10 of the table in our first season, easily.
You're saying you get... I think you'd be a mid-table team first season, and because you're a very big club, like, you're a bigger club than most Premier League teams in terms of the fans.
Our fans and our 12th man would carry our team into the top 10. Easy.
I think first season, maybe you could get top 10. I think because you're a big club, you could have a little bit of money to spend on players. But the thing is, in the Premier League, just spending loads of money doesn't always, get you progression. Like with Everton, they spent a lot of money in the last few years, and they're still shit.
But I think Celtic, what we do is we buy wisely. Like Moussa Dembele, Odsonne Edouard, 2 of what are acclaimed to be some of the best strikers, best young strikers in the game at the moment.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Everton have spent their money terribly, apart from Richarlison.
We bought them for like 2 million.
Yeah.
Each of them, and now they're both worth like 40 mil. Like, we buy wisely, and that's after like 3 seasons. We buy wisely, we invest in players, and we've got like a great coaching department. And I think within a few seasons, we'd be back in Europe. We'd be back in European spots with the Premier League, especially with the TV money that would start coming in, and given how wisely we buy players. 100% we'd be in European places.
I mean, I don't know about Champions League. You might get Europa League after a few seasons.
I think we'd make Champions League after... We'd go Europa League first, but then season after that, Champions League.
I think even after a few seasons, I don't know if I have you over Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United, maybe. I think maybe you'd be ahead of Wolves by that point.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe
we'd be ahead of Wolves from the day one.
No,
they had a lucky season this year.
They did not have a lucky season. They've come 7th 2 seasons in a row. They did not have a lucky season. You would not be ahead of Wolves for your first season in the Prem. No way.
We would. We'd be ahead of Wolves.
You would not.
I think Wolves aren't that good. Like, I know they've been good the past few years. I reckon, mark my words, next season they're not getting above 9th place.
You think they're not getting above 9th?
I'm putting money on it right now.
I think if they keep Jimenez and Traore, they will finish above 9th. If they lose one or both of them, maybe not. But
Traore's going, I'm sure. Like, he won't be... If not this transfer window, he'll be gone by January.
I still don't think that right now, I do not think you're a better team than Wolves, though.
I think if it was us v Wolves, we wouldn't demolish them, but we'd get away with like a 1-0 win.
But what did you do in Europe this season in terms of like Europa League?
We got to the round of 32 and then went out against, and this is gonna not reflect well on us, but we went out against Copenhagen in Europa League. But we played shite that game. That's like not me making excuses or anything, but that's like a one-off thing where we played, admittedly, absolute shite. But we flew through our group, and we had like not the group of death, but we had a difficult group. We had Lazio, we had Cluj, we had Rennes, and we flew through that group.
The thing is, like, Wolves,
now you know why I want to start a football sort of YouTube
Wolves
thing.
in Europe have been doing better than you Right, I mean, back in like a few years ago in Europe, you were great. Like you had that year where you beat Barcelona, but I don't think right now you've got the beating of Wolves. Maybe in a few seasons with a lot of investment, but
like I said, like a few seasons ago, we drew against Man City home and away.
that's a few seasons ago. You got to stop this.
But I think our team is stronger now than it was then, especially if we're signing. Who is it that we're signing? Fuck. The name's gone.
What,
Irish centre back.
Connor Cody?
No.
I don't know any more Irish centre backs, to be honest with you.
Duffy.
Oh, right, yeah.
If we're signing him, and we've got Ajeti and Edouard, two up front, we better be playing a 3-5-2 next season. If we've got them both up front, then we've got Incham, Christie, McGregor as the three in the middle, and then we've got Frimpong on the right, El Yunusi on the left.
But that midfield doesn't, like, Wolves, right, have Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, like, them two alone, like,
yeah.
Their midfield is mental.
They've got a good midfield, to be fair.
Look,
let's not talk about hypothetical, because this game won't happen.
Well, yeah, true, but the thing with Wolves is, like, when they're on it, they are insane. Like, obviously, they beat City twice this season, I think.
And I think we're the opposite. Like, when we're good, we're really good, but when we have an off game,
bad,
it's like watching a fucking League 2 team. But, so, anyway, been watching Sunderland till I die.
Either way, you're going to get top 2 in the Scottish Premiership for the next 10 seasons, at least.
Yeah, maybe not next 10.
No,
I hope,
come on.
Genuinely, even as a Celtic fan, through and through,
you hope it gets more competitive.
I hope it gets more competitive, and I hope that we see teams like Hibs and not Livingston, they're shite.
Yeah, I mean, Rangers have had a pretty big resurgence in the last few seasons from where they were, to be fair.
Yeah, they were in like the Championship not long ago.
Yeah.
And now they were challenging for like a top 6 finish last season.
Got further than you in the Europa League, you know.
I wanna no, the Hibs didn't. No,
I was talking about Rangers.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about Hibs. Oh, I'd love it if Rangers were still challenging for top 6 in Scotland. I'd love it if that was.
Yeah, no, I've been talking about Rangers.
I've been talking about Hibs. Rangers have been back in a medium fashion. They beat us in the final Old Firm of the decade, which pissed me off entirely. But look, credit where it's due.
I saw your story about Morelos as well.
Oh, I can't stand him.
The thing is, he's a player that if you don't support his team, you're going to hate him. If you do support his team, you're going to love him. It's like you with like Scott Brown.
I think even if Morelos was playing for like fucking Cluj or something like that, or some random team in the middle of Europe, I would still hate that man.
I'm not saying you just hate him because they are rivals. Like, I don't like him either, but like if he was on your team, you'd probably love him.
I hate Neymar the exact same amount that I hate Morelos, and if Neymar played for Celtic, I'd want him out of the club as soon as possible. Reflects badly on whatever team he's in. For sure.
If you got Neymar,
I'm chatting shit. If we got Neymar, I'd want to keep Neymar. But
you would keep him forever.
There's been a situation that Bolingoli, which first of all, shit name, should be out of the club for the name alone. But first of all, right, so he was our left back. We signed him start of last season. He was meant to be our leading left back. He's not been very good. He's been a bomb scare constantly, and I just don't think all round he's a great player. What really made me want Neil Lennon to tear up his contract is we last week, for some reason, Neil Lennon gave the players a couple of days off training one game into the season. Well, not only did he go out on the town, he went out on the town in Spain. He flew to Spain.
What country is he from?
In an internet. I don't know. I don't actually know. But he went to Spain on his holidays, whilst playing a professional football season, whilst in an international pandemic. Came back, didn't tell anyone he'd been to Spain, played in the match. The next day.
He's Belgian.
Belgian. No wonder. No, I don't mean that.
Oh, you know that Amiens have made a loan bid for him already.
Yeah,
so
which good. Get him out. Because the thing, so he went off to Spain, didn't tell anyone, didn't quarantine, played in the game the next day.
Stupid, to be fair.
Absolute not like. I'm raging. And so now in our 10 in a row season, one of, if not the biggest season in our club's history, he has caused us to. First of all, this isn't his fault, but we dropped points in the game against Kilmarnock, which we should have won easily. Yeah. And then we've now been postponed. Our next 2 games have been postponed against St Mirren and Aberdeen, respectively.
Oh, so you're going to get a little bit of fixture build up.
And yeah, in a season that is already packed.
Yeah.
And because we're playing 3 cup competitions so that we can finish the one that started last season, might be progressing through Europe. Like, oh, what's happening? So our fixture list is so congested, and now we've been postponed 2 games, and we may be getting points deducted from us, potentially, because that's what people are crying out for.
Yeah.
And by the time we play another league game, Rangers and Hibs could both be 11 points ahead of us, whilst we're 2 games into the season.
Yeah.
It puts us in such a bad position.
If you did get points deducted, I can imagine that every Celtic fan would legitimately want to kill him.
We will never see him play in a green and white hooped shirt again. Never. Never.
What if he goes to, like, Sporting Lisbon?
They won't have him. We'll tell him. We'll send a message.
He's not to play
like,
in that kit, that green and white ringed kit. He will not play in it.
If you're playing away, sure, put him in the away shirt. Not for Celtic, obviously, but for...
Even if you're playing at home, make him wear that away shirt.
If you really want him to play, all of the other home team can play in the home shirt. He's got to play in the away shirt.
There you go.
I can't stand it. What's he done? What's he done? Anyway, so, speaking of COVID and football, this is why I brought up Sunderland Till I Die, and I'm refusing to end the podcast until I can talk about it.
Okay.
During
Adam
the
Johnson.
lockdown... no.
Is that what you want to talk about?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
During,
I feel like
he's my dad.
People know? Wait, we have American listeners, don't we? They probably won't.
We
know.
have a lot of American and a lot of French listeners. So bonjour to our French audience. But so I'm sorry, please don't unsubscribe. But so yeah, during lockdown, Scottish football was the season was suspended, and they were like, look, we're going to see if we can pick it back up after lockdown. Personally, I wanted us to finish the season. I'm gutted that the title was handed to us, because I don't think a season should ever be finished before playing the full 38 games. Yeah. And that's disappointing. And yes, we won the 9 in a row, and I'm so overwhelmingly happy that we got that victory and we got that title. But if we're playing football now, which we are, we started the season again on the 1st of August, we could have picked the season back up before, and we could have finished the season in a proper way.
How many points ahead? Anyway, how many points ahead were you at the end of last season?
13, but Rangers, who were in second, did have a game in hand. But they weren't going to come back from 10 points, even if they won that other game. But, so, because they called the season early and just went, you know what, wherever everyone is on the league table now, that is what happens. That caused Hearts to get relegated.
Yeah.
They were fuming about this. They wanted league restructure, which personally I am in favour of league restructure, but then there was lawsuits and all this inside drama that was like some of the most embarrassing shit to see Scottish football go through, but B, it was insanely interesting, and I wanted to know every little detail about it. And then I found out that coming soon to the BBC is a documentary series called Inside Tynecastle, which Tynecastle, of course, being the home ground of Hearts. And it's a documentary series coming soon, and it covers Hearts' full season from the start, from the kickoff of day one to the end of the season, including the season that was called early due to COVID, causing them to get relegated, despite them realistically being able to escape if the season continued.
So we're getting
so many episodes of just Scottish football porn. It's going to be so good. I cannot wait for it.
That's going to be horrible for Hearts fans to watch, though.
Documentary about that. It's going to be so insanely good, and I cannot wait. And so filming continued through lockdown, and it was meant to conclude at the end of the season, but they're apparently still filming now, and it's going to cover the start of the next season, which kicks off at the start of October. So it's going to be a little while before we see it, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
No, actually, wait, is that going to Netflix?
The BBC.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I might have to watch that then.
So, look, 100% recommendation from me. I'm a bit worried because BBC do sometimes just chat utter bollocks about Scottish football, but so hopefully it's unbiased. But we'll see how it goes. So I feel like we really turned this into a football podcast at the end.
Yeah, we did.
And
you know what?
I'm gonna insert here. I'm gonna seriously consider starting a football YouTube channel or podcast thing. And by the time this episode goes out, I will have made a decision and probably have at least one video or podcast up on there. So look,
by the way,
I'll insert this here. I'll leave a silent spot to insert the name of that here if it happens.
Thanks.
And once again, that name is. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Future Niall. I feel like if we're going to talk about football, we should really talk about the fact that Bayern beat Barcelona 8-2 yesterday.
It was like watching Barcelona play was like watching Stevenage under nines.
It was insane. Like, I thought we'd done a madness when we beat them 4-0 to come back in the second leg, but 8-2 is mental.
It's FIFA scores. It's like when I really need to get through a round in a cup, so I put the difficulty on amateur and just blast through a match. Oh,
I did. The thing is, I was happy as well because the thing is, if Bayern win the Champions League, because there was a clause in Coutinho's contract in the transfer from us to Barca. If he wins the Champions League, doesn't matter with what team, Barca have to pay us another 5 million. So I think Bayern will go on to win it, and we get another 5 million quid.
That's sick. That's a good deal.
And then he scored 2 goals and got an assist against him in 15 minutes as well. Like when he's on loan from Barca to Bayern, and he did that to them.
Honestly, football is back, and other than the shit that's going down with Celtic and Bolingoli and all of that, I couldn't be happier. Like, it's been pure joy recently. Everything that's happened
apart from the Champions League, because Adrian happened. It's been great, but I'm just not happy as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah. But it's all about me. But yeah, almost everything that's happened for me has been absolutely beautiful.
Hold on, you just said everything apart from the Scottish football because of Bolingoli has been great.
Yeah. And you don't get to make an exception. I do.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't really understand the rules there.
No, that's fair. Look, I feel like we're 55 minutes in. I haven't done my things that fuck me off segment, but I feel like this whole episode has sort of been that.
Bolingoli is him.
That Bolingoli is that answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's end this here then.
See you in a bit, everyone. Sorry that this episode was a bit of us not really knowing where it was going and what we were talking about. It's been one of those weeks where nothing's really happened.
Yeah.
And also, like, we're in quarantine. We're not going to have funny stories of things that's happened to us on a bus. Oh, I've got an idea for the next episode, but we'll talk about that off air.
Okay.
Right. Just a teaser for the listeners. It just comes to my head when I said funny
buses,
stories.
Maybe?
Not buses.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Take care.
Bye.